welcome back. So how much of the brain do you think we actually use?
Excellent question.
All of it? 100%? Maybe 50%? You know, for years, there's been this myth that we only use a very small percentage of our brain, like 10%, leaving the bulk of our cerebral potential massively untapped. It's been misattributed to many famous scientists and historical figures, perhaps most notably my guy, Albert Einstein. In 1936, Lowell Thomas wrote the preface to the best-selling book How to Win Friends and Influence People, and he attributed the 10% claim to William James, one of the most revered psychologists of all times. And this notion seems so firmly rooted in popular culture, despite many efforts to debunk it. It's one of the most prevalent misconceptions about the human brain, even today. I mean, it's used to justify pseudoscientific psychic powers, and it kind of serves as an underlying assumption in many of those self-help programs that are designed to unleash untapped human potential. Perhaps the most shocking finding is that in one study, 50% of primary and secondary teachers across different cultures also believe that we only use 10% of the brain. You know, from an evolutionary perspective, it's kind of preposterous. I mean, think about this. Despite only representing 2% of the body's weight, the brain uses 20% of the body's total energy supply. It doesn't make sense that the organ requiring the most energy in the whole body would operate with such inefficiency.
I don't buy it.
Yeah, that sounds suspicious.
Thanks to technological advances, we can actually see what parts of the brain are active when we do certain things. I mean, decades of research have gone into mapping functions onto various regions of the brain, and no functionless areas have been found so far. Take a look at this PET scan of a normal brain shown from the top of the head. Warmer colors show more brain activity and cooler colors show less. Now, compare that with this scan showing only 10% activity.
No, that's literally humanly impossible.
Also, brain cells operate on the use it or lose it principle. It's called synaptic pruning, and cells that aren't used shrink, die, and are ultimately discarded. So, if we only use 10% of the brain, then we would see large-scale degeneration before the brain fully developed around age 25. So, the next time someone says we only use a small part of our brain, you have just gained a few new brain cells, and you can set the record straight.
Just feels so good to help.